Bismillah. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media. It is my pleasure to announce the conclusion of the 46th ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly, or AIPA, held under the theme Parliament at the forefront for inclusive growth and sustainably ASEAN. This week-long assembly has been a resounding success, reaffirming our commitment to a prosperous and people-centered ASEAN. The success of the 46th AIPA General Assembly would not have been possible without the tireless dedication of the officers and staff of the Parliament of Malaysia, as well as steadfast support of the AIPA Secretariat. I also wish to record my deepest appreciation to our valued strategic partners, Kuala Lumpur City Hall, the Malaysian Highway Authority, LLM, Putrajaya Corporation, Malaysian Airports, Maltel Communications Sdn Bhd, Bubbles 2, Advanced Defence System Sdn Bhd, Ek Cheong, Jekyll, Resort World Genting, Westar Group, BOH Boh, Kitec Asia and the Royal Malaysian Police, and World Trade Center Management, whose contribution and commitment have been instrumental in the making this gathering a reality. When we were honored to host representatives from all 9 AIPA member parliaments, alongside 21 plus 1 observers, including from the national parliaments of Algeria and of course Spain, and the Inter-Parliamentary Speakers Conference, ISC. This year, we also welcome representatives from the 8 development partners, including United Nations Office of Counter-Terrorism, UN Women, Economic Research Institute for ASEAN and East Asia, and Parliamentary Culture for ASEAN, which highlights the growing recognition and expansion and expanding partnership of AIPA within the international community. Our discussions has moved beyond dialogue and into concrete action through the productive meetings of our 6 standing committees, which are political, economic, social, AIPA, YPA, and organizational. We have advanced regional priorities and fostered multilateral engagement. We also facilitated key discussions at the 4th AIPA ASEAN hearing and the 2nd AIPA Women Political Leaders Forum, and conducted 14 dialogues with observer nations. Here are some of the key outcomes. Number 1 is the political matters has 9 resolutions that were adopted to address peace initiative, humanitarian situation in Myanmar, transnational cybercrime, and enhancing parliamentary diplomacy for the ASEAN Political Security Community Vision 2045. Number 2 is economic matters has 7 resolutions that were passed to advance a shared and sustainable prosperity by enhancing carbon trading, capitalizing on digital transformation, and creating common legal frameworks for the digital economy. Thirdly, social matters has 5 resolutions. They were adopted focusing on empowering people through skill training, addressing drugs challenges, strengthening social protections, and promoting access to affordable health care. And finally, AIPA and YPA has adopted 3 resolutions each. Among the milestones of Malaysia's presidency this year are: number 1, the 5th Model AIPA hosted for the first time outside Jakarta and held here in Kuala Lumpur, widening youth participation in parliamentary processes. Number two, the introduction of Now and Future Conference and Exhibition, a new historic first for AIPA that connected policymakers, youth and businesses and civil society, bridging parliamentary diplomacy with real-world partnership and innovation, inclusivity and sustainability, and finally, a renewed cultural and communication identity for AIPA, including a launch of the anthem Together We Strive, symbolizing our unity and celebrating the resilience of ASEAN's people. Now, to strengthen our organization, we have approved amendments to the AIPA statutes, established a budget, and taken significant steps to create a new study committee on transnational crime, an AIPA Leaders Forum, and a framework for AIPA partnership building. We are also pleased to announce the accreditation of the National People's Assembly of Algeria as a new AIPA observer. In a moment of recognition, the AIPA Distinguished Service Award was presented to the Honorable Jose Venecia Jr. of the Philippines and the Honorable Mr. Lim Bio Chuan of Singapore for the significant contributions. The ceremony today also marked the official transfer of its Secretariat leadership, Her Excellency Siti Rosa Marianti Datuk Haji Abdul Rahman concluded her term as Secretary General and was accepted by His Excellency Dr. Chem Wiccia. The Assembly concluded with the ceremonial handover of the AIPA presidency from Malaysia to the Philippines. The Philippines will now host the 47th AIPA General Assembly, and it has been an honor to serve this esteemed assembly, and I am confident that the future of AIPA remains excellent in excellent net. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You want to say anything? Second.
Thank you so much, Tan Sri. Perhaps like just to actually echo, Malaysia's presidency for this General Assembly has set so many new milestones. As what Tan Sri is basically saying, we have the first fifth model AIPA that is going to be held tomorrow.
Yeah.
So back to back. So we have our big General Assembly for the whole week. Then we have the mini assembly where students and youth are basically involved, and this will basically happen tomorrow. And it is the first time, as what Tan Sri is saying, that is conducted di luar Jakarta. So, and when Tan Sri mentioned with regards to the discussion, the resolutions, the total resolutions for the 46th General Assembly is 42 resolutions altogether, and this sets the highest so far in any General Assembly. So the discussion has been very substantive, talking in cross 6 different standing committee, but we also have AIPA and ASEAN hearing to actually have a more transparency and discussion with the ASEAN level. So you can actually see a lot of discussion is being held, especially having a dialogue. We actually have about 16 observer parliaments, about 14 observer parliaments who basically have dialogue with our members. And then we have 6 guests of AIPA and also the host. So a total about 6 speakers actually attended. We are very grateful. The delegation is among the biggest so far, including Malaysia. It's more than 1,000 delegations.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely, I would say, congratulations, Tan Sri, because it is very successful.
Thank you very much. Now, of course, the Secretary General is leaving us. So may I personally thank her
Thank you.
for all the hard work, dedication, and commitment given to Secretariat. Without her, without the staff, this assembly will not be what it is today. So as outgoing president, I feel very proud
Thank you.
to be working with her, and I believe we have learned a lot from her And we wish the new Secretary General could pick up a lot from her, and we will see the what we call it, better, well-organized next General Assembly in Philippines. Certainly, we will support the Philippines. We give them all our assistance to make sure that ASEAN remain intact, AIPA remain intact. So this is the way we are, and this is the region that is at the moment the happiest region, and we can coexist. While the other parts of the world are in confusion, but we remain intact. We, alhamdulillah, we support each other, and we believe that zone of peace, freedom and neutrality, we stay as it is. So the founding father has laid a very strong foundation for us. We as a current leader should make sure that that position stay, and I believe this is our commitment, not only now but years to come. So thank you very much. Any question?
Tan Sri, AIPA ada tolak usul Kemboja untuk bangkitkan isu sepadan tali Kemboja sebagai urgent meeting lah, agenda segera kan. Selepas dapat counter argument daripada Thailand, boleh komen sikit?
Well, isu yang ada depan kita ialah kerajaan. AIPA ialah legislatif. Pihak kerajaan telah pun membuat keputusan untuk meneruskan usaha-usaha untuk perdamaian. Ceasefire atau bergencatan senjata telah pun berlaku dan sedang berlaku, dan usaha-usaha untuk mendamaikan mereka juga sedang berlaku. Jadi adalah lebih baik kita menyerahkan tindakan ini kepada pihak eksekutif, dan sebagai legislatif kita menyokong tindakan itu. Sebab itu tidak ada appropriate untuk kita bincang benda yang sedang dilaksanakan oleh pihak eksekutif.
Tapi isu Laut Cina Selatan ada dibincangkan juga sebab dia melibatkan banyak perairan ASEAN kan?
Betul.
Tidak ada.
The Chief daripada Bernama. With so many resolutions adopted during this assembly, how can Parliament ensure that all that is effectively implemented, just rather on the paper?
I can answer. Terima kasih. So since 2017 we have caucus. So caucus is a meeting yang mana is to monitor, memantau resolusi-resolusi yang sudah di-adopt. Jadi since 2017 until sekarang we have meeting every single year yang mana each country will actually be submitting to say apa progress masing-masing. So up to date, if you can actually go to our website, AIPA Secretariat, we are very transparent. All our 1,071 resolutions plus now we have 42 resolutions will be updated because we want people untuk dapat akses and memahami sebenarnya apa sebenarnya tujuan AIPA. So when we actually start monitoring, we can actually see about 90% dari 2017 onwards have been implemented. You all have to remember this is on the legislative side. Law takes time to be enacted on a national level. Ianya akan dibahaskan in the National Assembly, right? So sometimes belum lagi ada law-nya, but ada sudah program-program activities mulai di-organize. And that is already partially implemented. So you can actually see, alhamdulillah, pemantauan dari AIPA with our member-member yang lain is actually very spot on and very transparent. So kalau sekiranya ada yang mau, they say, why do you have to approve so many resolutions if you don't actually even memantau kan? So we want to make sure what we discuss is taken into action. It is also representing the people's voice kan, and our member of parliaments represent the voices of the people in ASEAN, and that is important. So that platform dibuatkan secara terbuka, especially now Tan Sri is very open, especially menyokong youth and also women. That's the reason why we basically have this model AIPA, and the people who's actually coming in, there is 10 buah negara. So the students coming in, nearly 70 students as well. So they will actually have a much better feeling of bagaimana suasana AIPA General Assembly normally. And alhamdulillah besok Sunday kan, Tan Sri actually is going to attend that
di
particular the Parliament.
Malaysia.
That is where the model AIPA is going to be held.
Kalau boleh saya tambah, resolusi ini bagi penting sebabkan setiap negara itu sebagai legislature boleh membawa apa juga resolusi ini ke dalam dewan mereka. Seperti di Malaysia, kita ada Special Select Committee. Kita ada 10. Zambia itu kita ada caucus. Ya? Jadi setelah resolusi ini diluluskan di sini, maka wakil yang datang hari ini akan membawakan resolusi ini untuk diperbincangkan dalam select committee ataupun caucus, dan sekaligus ianya akan jadi pendorong untuk parlimen membawa isu-isu yang telah pun diputuskan, dan sekaligus seperti yang saya kata tadi untuk menyediakan round undang-undang. It takes time, tetapi the thinking process mesti berlaku, dan ini menjadi penting kerana thinking process itu berlaku bukan di Malaysia saja tetapi juga di seluruh ASEAN, dan ini sekaligus membantu pihak eksekutif, pihak kerajaan untuk mengetahui bahawa kalau kita bercakap A di Malaysia, di negara-negara lain juga cakap A. Kalau kita cakap B, negara-negara lain juga sedang bercakap B. Sebab resolusi itu telah diputuskan di sini. Jadi tidaklah menjadi masalah kalau sekiranya kita nak enact any law. Cumanya proses untuk enact sesuatu undang-undang itu mengambil masa. Tapi insyaAllah, I think it helps. Bayangkan kalau tidak ada ASEAN. Jadi kita bayangkanlah, saya tak boleh dapat bayangkan macam mana mungkin apa yang kita cadangkan, apa yang kita bincangkan dalam Parlimen Malaysia mungkin ia menggurus hati dengan negara jiran yang lain yang kita tidak ada. Jadi di sini ni the peringkat understanding itu sudah berlaku. Okay, any other question? Kalau tidak ada, saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada media.
Terima kasih.
Dan kita doakan supaya apa juga yang kita bincangkan akan dapat kita laksanakan demi memastikan 700 juta jiwa di ASEAN ini mendapat manfaat daripada pertumbuhan ini. Sekian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And good night everybody. Almost night now.